Good morning, everyone. Amy Conley here with United Way of Door County. I've got a little different background today. It's a computer challenging morning here, so I'm in someone else's office. And today our guest is Patty O'Rourke. Patty, who are you? Can you tell us, please?
Who am I? I am the Door County coordinator for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Wisconsin.
Okay.
And yeah, that's a mouthful. Basically, I'm a matchmaker.
Well, wonderful. That makes a little song go through my head, but don't worry, I won't sing that.
Okay.
So Patty, can you tell us about Big Brothers Big Sisters here in Door County?
I will. I'm happy to do that. I started with the agency a little over 9 years ago, and the home office is in Green Bay, but our agency now does matching in Brown County, Door County, and Shawano County.
Okay.
So I was put in charge of bringing the program to Door County, and we started with what we call a site-based program, matching high school students with elementary students at Southern Door Elementary School.
Okay.
And my background is a reminder to me that this is what it's all about. It's about creating and supporting those one-to-one mentoring relationships that ignite that power and promise of kids and having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Our mentors, our volunteers are recruited by me in Door County. They are carefully screened and trained and then matched with a child that I hope they will develop a long-lasting relationship with. And we have many of those now after 9 years.
Wow, it's so hard to believe it's been 9 years. So let's stick with the site-based program first of all. So what schools in Door County have a Big Brothers Big Sisters site-based program?
All right, we have our site-based program at Southern Door. And then we are back. We had our challenges during COVID, but we are now back in the Sturgeon-based schools.
Okay.
And we're making matches at Sawyer Elementary, Sunrise Elementary, and TJ Walker.
Okay.
And then we are moving back slowly into Gibraltar and Washington Island.
Okay, wonderful. So for a site-based match, it could be a high school student, could be the big, or a community member such as myself, right? And then I would go to the student's school for my time.
Right. For our Sturgeon-based schools, it's just adults.
Okay.
Because those high school schedules just don't match up, and we can't have high school students traveling in the middle of the day. So it's just adults at the Sturgeon-based schools, but it could be high school students or adults at the other sites.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, I was wondering about Sturgeon Bay since we have all the separate buildings where our other schools have just one long hallway. So then the second piece of Big Brothers Big Sisters that probably most of our viewers know about or have heard about is the community-based matching, right?
Right. That's the one that most people think of because historically that's the way Big Brothers Big Sisters began, with finding mentors, adult mentors that you would match with the child, and they are introduced to the family, and then they make arrangements with that family to take the child on outings. And in our program, we do the same, and we hope that those matches will get together about twice a month.
Okay.
Our site-based programs, they do it weekly, but only during the school year.
Okay.
Nothing during the summer or weekends or evenings. And then the community-based match, many people prefer that because it's a little more flexible, and they make those arrangements directly, as I said, with the parent or guardian to take the child on their outings or their play dates or whatever other creative way they have of talking about their adventures together.
Wonderful. So if I'm a parent and I have a child that I think could benefit from Big Brothers Big Sisters, how do I sign them up?
It's very easy. Anyone actually can do a referral for a child, and you just need to contact me. And there are many ways to do that, but maybe one of the simplest ones, since we are on Facebook, you can find our agency Facebook page specifically for the Door County program. We have our own page, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Door County.
Okay,
And you
great.
can contact me through there, send me a private message, or you could just give me a call.
And
Should I
what's that number?
number? Okay, 920-489-3545.
Okay. And I know people can rewind, but just in case they don't want to, let's repeat that one more time.
920-489-3545.
Wonderful. And then let's say I'm one of those high school students at Southern Door, potentially Gibraltar, Sebastopol, or I'm an adult, which I am, everyone, in the community, and I'm interested in being a big. Then what would I do? The same process, reach out to you?
High school students reach out through their guidance counselors, through their student services office, and
Okay.
they have my contact information, or they can reach out directly the same way. And all of our application process now is online. So it's a very simple procedure to fill out those online forms and provide the names of the references. And we do check references.
Yeah.
And then we do interviews with our potential volunteers. I do, and with our littles as well, because I always want to tell people that I don't just put the next child that's on my waiting list with the next volunteer that walks in the door. Through this whole screening process, I try to find some common ground or some interest that you have in common, or maybe there's strengths that the volunteer have that will balance out what our children need.
Okay. And I think there's the option for big couples. Is that still something, Patty?
Yes, we can do a big couples match. So if there is a family that would like to, partners, husband and wife, if they would like to be bigs for a child, we can match them with a child, and either you can do things, the three of you together, or individually. You can do things with them. And it's the same procedure with the application, references, interview, and then matching.
Wonderful. And then I know you guys provide training, you provide resources. So again, if someone's thinking about this but a little hesitant, please just take that leap and send Patty that Facebook private message or make that phone call, and she can talk to you about the different resources they provide. I know she's always sending ideas out to bigs, even on here's some free or low cost activities that you can do. So trying to make it as easy as possible for people to be a big. And I'm sure, Patty, there's a waiting list, right?
There is a waiting list, but we are hacking away at it.
Yay.
I'm very pleased to say we've had a lot of volunteers come to us in just the last 3-4 months.
Wonderful.
So we are cutting that list down and getting children matched that have been waiting for a while.
I was gonna say, I know COVID has just impacted all of our organizations in different ways. And I'm sure for Big Brothers Big Sisters, it was hard to make those matches in a world where people weren't always comfortable being together.
We did our best. Our priority was to keep the matches that we had together and keep them connected any way we could, virtually or otherwise. And then now we're making matches again. I can truly say I'm a matchmaker again, and I love that.
Wonderful. Well, Patty, I know you told me you've watched some of our other interviews, so
Mhm.
you know we typically end this conversation with talking about ALICE. So our ALICE population is our asset limited, income constrained employed, and wondering how Big Brothers Big Sisters could help a family that is considered ALICE.
Well, first and foremost, our program, and thanks to the United Way of Door County and all of the generous donors that we have, we provide this service to our families at absolutely no cost. There are
That is
no fees,
wonderful.
there's no fees involved whatsoever for the life of the match. And children can be matched at an elementary age and stay in the program until they graduate from high school.
Okay.
So for that entire time, we support that match at no cost to families. And then
Wonderful.
and we encourage our volunteers to spend time, not money. And I do look for those activities and encourage them to participate in activities that are, as I like to say, cheap is good, free is better. And we have
There
a
you
lot
go.
of support from local businesses that give us discounts to our matches. And they have an identification card that the big carries with them. So they can just show that card and receive that discount or that free something. And we are always looking for more businesses to help us in that regard. But those volunteers get that list and it's updated on a regular basis so they know what they can take advantage of and keep that cost down.
That is great. So yeah, whether you're, considering being a big or you're thinking about signing up your child to be a little, there really is no cost unless you as the big choose to do some activity that would cost money. One thing we didn't talk about that I just thought of, Patty, it used to be like if you were in a single parent household or a separated family that you were eligible to sign your child up. But really it's anyone can sign their kiddo up to be a little, right?
Exactly. We
Okay.
have children in so many different kinds of circumstances.
Mhm.
And there are some that have been referred to us because of those adverse situations.
Mhm.
But we have many others that are just, for example, I just matched a child this last week who is new to their school district this year and just having a little trouble finding their way and making
Sure.
friends and learning the ropes about what it is to live in Door County. So
Mhm.
matching with a mentor is perfect in that situation. So many, many reasons. And I always say, just think what a wonderful world it would be if every child had a mentor and could reach their full potential.
Yep, all those extra adults in our kids' lives really make a difference. So even if you think as mom, dad, you're good, you've got it going on and it's all okay, you know what? It takes a village, right? We've heard that for years. And so if you think adding an extra adult, a mentor through Big Brothers Big Sisters is going to be beneficial to your child, please reach out.
Please do. I appreciate this, Amy.
Thank you so much, Patty. Thank you for all you do. Thank you to everyone, all of the bigs, all of the littles, everyone who makes this program a success. So thank you for everything, Patty. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.